Ladies and gents, hello and welcome to another Planetside 2 video. This video is made for those who need a good carbine or easy path to the 19A Fortuna. Now, between the TR using Communist China as an instruction manual and the VS fanatically worshipping the Antichrist, the enemies of the free world have a deadly carbine lineup of their own. You need a good carbine too, or you'll find yourself outgunned. There's a few reasons why each carbine gets a certain ranking. Time to kill is the single most valuable trait a weapon has, so it plays a very strong role in determining how good a weapon is. Close range performance is also important, since most fights take place up close. Medium range performance is less important, since fights at that range are less common. Long range performance will not be considered. If you want long range, you're using the wrong weapon category. Now for the rankings. Figuring out which carbine deserved first place was a no-brainer. Some people try to say that the Mercenary is the best carbine, and that every other carbine is merely a side grade. But saying that the Bandit is a side grade to the Mercenary would be like saying the Corvette is a side grade to the Prius. The Bandit shoots faster than most 167 damage guns, so it kills people frighteningly quick. Even without a laser or grip, the Bandit has decent accuracy and great hip fire. Finally, it's the only NC carbine with a .75 aim-down sight movement speed. These traits help you dodge enemy fire while being incredibly lethal up to medium range. There's only two things that keep the Bandit from being perfect. The bullet velocity is slightly below average, but won't matter unless you shoot people at long range. The Bandit also likes to take its time while reloading. Most of the time this is annoying, but sometimes this is fatal. Not overextending can help make the slower reload more manageable though. So, in exchange for a less than ideal reload speed, the Bandit can kill people with brutal efficiency. It's one of the best guns in the game and the closest you will ever get to perfection. Whether you're new or a veteran, you need to buy the Bandit ASAP. Use it with a laser and soft point ammo. A close runner-up is the GD7F, and for good reason. It can say fuck you at 845 rounds a minute while having incredible hip-fire accuracy. It also sounds awesome, but this comes at a huge cost. Not the sounding awesome part though. If you ever played a first-person shooter game before, you know that very fast fire rates don't come for free. The fire rate generates enough recoil to make the gun uncontrollable outside of 30 meters. Missing for even a second can make you waste so much ammo you don't have enough left to kill anybody. Each bullet also lacks the stopping power of most NC guns, especially at range. Finally, the reload speed is really fucking slow. The GD7F is nigh unstoppable at close range duels because that's what it was made for, but that's usually the only thing it can do. Luckily, close range duels are most of the Planetside experience. Sometimes you need to delete certain people up close, but you don't want the embarrassment of using a shotgun, max, invisible flash, or ESF with anti-infantry weaponry. If that's the case, the GD7F with a laser and soft point ammo is a great choice. Coming up next is a gun known for its reliability and glowing coat of paint. Being a shiny version of the Mercenary, the 19A Fortuna shares all the strengths of the Mercenary. It has good accuracy, fast reload times, and is effective up to medium range. But the Fortuna makes its fortune thanks to the extra attachments. The soft point ammo extends the maximum damage range in exchange for a trivial loss in bullet velocity. The laser sight boosts hipfire accuracy, and the underbarrel shotgun is there for a good laugh. It's an upgraded version of the Mercenary that's better up close. Just keep in mind that while the Fortuna is in third place, it won't be available unless you are Axiom 5 carbines. Coming in number 4 is the not so shiny version of the Mercenary, which is the Mercenary. I'm not sure why I started with that. Anyway, the Mercenary is a good gun and dependable up to medium range. Unlike the Fortuna, you have the option of attaching either a laser sight or a grip. However, the accuracy is very good even without these attachments, thanks to the Mercenary's light and predictable recoil. Now, the greatest strength of the Mercenary is the fact that it is a general-purpose carbine. Unless you're trying to snipe someone, it's a good choice in most situations. But while the Mercenary gets the job done, specialized weapons in their element are a better choice. The Mercenary lacks specialized attachments beyond a grip or laser, limiting its full potential up close or afar. It's undeniable that the Mercenary is good as a starter gun, but through no fault of its own, is destined to be overshadowed by better or specialized options. Next is a gun that took typical NC traits and gave them steroids. Known by veterans as the pocket saw, the ACX-11 hits like a truck. Each bullet does 200 damage, and with high velocity ammo, you can 3-tap people dozens of meters away. This should also be obvious, but getting headshots is devastating. Bullet velocity is also above average. The ACX-11 is the closest you will ever get to actually being a long-range carbine. Unfortunately, the ACX-11 also handles like a truck. Between its insane vertical recoil, shitty hipfire, 24-round magazine, and extremely slow fire rate, this gun is not user-friendly. Nanoweave armor and heavy shields require extra bullets to kill, so if you can't land headshots, you need to learn how before you pick up this gun. Body shots will not be tolerated. It takes a lot of practice just so that the ACX-11 can be as good as its close-range counterparts. The real magic, however, will be found when you start dropping people further out than other carbines with incredible speed. The ACX-11 is challenging but fair, earning a well-deserved spot in the top 5. The Gauss Compact Burst just misses out on the top 5. The Compact Burst is a mercenary with slightly more bullet velocity, a lower first shot recoil multiplier, and, of course, a 2-round burst. The lower multiplier is why fans of this gun claim it's OP. Every time you fire a burst, the first bullet has less recoil. This allows headhunters to land frighteningly tight groupings and appear virtually unstoppable. That's not to say the Compact Burst is perfect by any means. If your trigger finger is good enough, maybe you can fire as fast as the Mercenary. If you can't, your fire rate will be non-existent. While you're struggling to match the fire rate of the Mercenary, your aim needs to be perfect. If not, anyone who doesn't like standing still is gonna delete you. The Compact Burst is a hidden gem, but it's no Hope Diamond. And this particular gem requires you to dig deep before you strike gold. The Gauss Compact S, in generous terms, is the best of the worst when it comes to NC carbines. The Compact S lacks the accuracy of the Mercenary, but the attachment options will fix this. The ammo attachments are also there if you want to help tailor the Compact S for certain ranges, and if you're crazy or desperate enough, the underbarrel launchers allow access to the more interesting playstyles. But make no mistake, the Compact S is a downgrade over the Mercenary in every way that counts, and no amount of attachments will ever change that. No good can come from slower reload speeds and slower fire rates. Even when fully kitted out, the Compact S is mediocre. Coming up next is a gun so bad that calling it mediocre would be a compliment. Despite having a painfully terrible damage output, the Razor is somehow a popular gun because of the fast reload time and almost non-existent recoil. But popularity doesn't make something good. Ask any Twitch thought. Anyway, the Razor is supposed to be a long-range carbine. Not with that damage model. Add on a slow fire rate, and you'll be lucky if you can kill anyone who isn't AFK, much less people who shoot back at you. Aside from reload speed, the Razor has nothing to offer. Any gun is accurate, with a little skill and the right attachments. The Razor GD23 is overhyped, and a shitty gun. The only Razor worth using is the one that comes in a shaving kit. The Charger's in dead last, and one of the worst carbines in the game. The 7 charged rounds should theoretically let you kill as quickly as the Cyclone, but that's never the case unless you land all headshots, since everyone runs nanoweave and heavies. After firing 7 rounds, the charger performs like the T5 AMC, with less accuracy, velocity, and ammo. With only 25 rounds and a gimmick centered around reloading, the slow reload speed is incredibly counterproductive. And the smart feeder makes this problem even worse, in exchange for a full 30-round mag. If you want something that fails to live up to what little potential it has due to fundamental flaws, pick up the charger, or vote in an election. That just about wraps up this video. While this list is subjective and just my opinions, I believe each of them can be justified based on what's known about these weapons and how the game works. Hopefully, this will help find the right carbine for you. Having the right weapon can mean the difference between life and death. But remember, no weapon in the game can substitute for skill. Now go forth, fight for freedom, and earn those bonus checks. Until next time everyone, take care.